the stage. Thanks for the shout out, Jed, but I think I actually asked you to stop sending me those. I usually like to tell fat jokes, but people have been telling me to lay off the fat jokes. Comes across as a little desperate. Pretty ironic how fat jokes have become another thing I need to lay off of. I'm sure you've all experienced this as a kid. You get a disappointing gift, and your mom or someone tells you, well, honey, it's the thought that counts. Well, what were they thinking? I'm gonna get this kid a terrible gift? He's really gonna hate this one. What kind of saying is it's the thought that counts? If it was the thought that counts, nobody would do anything ever. I mean, I think about doing stuff all the time, and none of it counts for anything. We have a lettuce garden because growing lettuce is much more economical and environmentally friendly than buying lettuce to throw away. I like gardening, you know, it's peaceful. Except for the weeding. I hate weeding. Weeding's like the Holocaust of gardening. I mean, they're all plants, but some of them just aren't fitting in this plan for the garden. So I gotta pick them out and throw them in our fire pit. Gardening at my house can get a little violent. This summer I'm at 200 kills. Japanese beetles. I use an airsoft gun. It's very green, there's no chemicals. I'm out there every morning popping beetles. It got a little weird one day when I looked over and my neighbor had been watching me from their deck. I'm out there in my boxers at 7 a.m. shooting my garden. I yelled over, but he went inside before I was able to finish my sentence, so I'm pretty sure all he heard was, "Oh, don't worry, I'm just shooting the Japanese." Our other neighbor's been stealing our Wi-Fi. He walks around our house at all hours of the day and night on his phone, and I know what he's up to. But it's really more of an annoyance than it is a real problem, so I did the mature thing, and I shot him with my airsoft gun. I think it's what they mean when they say troubleshooting. That guy's causing trouble, and I'm shooting. He's one of those old guys that like tans all the time for no reason. He's already tan. It's just a raisin in the sun. You know, I do kind of wonder, like, what was the guy like who discovered raisins? You gotta be pretty out there. Let's say he works at a vineyard and he's walking around in the morning examining the vines, and he sees something on the little gravel path. It's a grape that's been sitting out in the sun for so long that it's no longer a grape, just a tiny little shriveled, wrinkly brown pellet. And he thinks to himself, now this looks pretty good. So he tries it. Yeah, I could ruin cookies with these. The depression rating in Maine is pretty high. It's like 1 in 13 people. And for seniors, it's the third most depressed state. And I don't really know if I think that's true. I kind of think everyone everywhere is a little depressed. But in Maine, the ratings are so high just because everyone's so brutally honest with how they feel. When you go into a gas station in Maine and you ask a clerk, how's it going? And they'll really tell you. It's going, you know, I burned my rug from my wood stove this morning, and then I backed over my neighbor's cat in the driveway. And total strangers will just lay it all out there. I remember I was sweeping outside of an ice cream shop I worked at one time, and this lady walked by and I asked her how she was doing. And she told me her liver was failing and she'll never see her kids again. So I asked her, well, why are you going to see your kids again? 'Cause they don't want to see me. She was probably the most upbeat person I talked to that day. I started playing the stock market game to try and turn a quick bill. And even though I'm winning, I'm losing. They have these transaction fees. So let's say I buy a 75-cent penny stock. They charge me $10 to buy it, and then 10 to sell. I'm not a math guy, but that's $20. Do you know what the market has to do for a 75-cent stock to raise $20? That would make most investors millionaires. I'd break even. I'm actually up 20%, and I've managed to lose $250. You know what they say, it takes money to make money. Well, it also takes money to lose money. Time is money. Money is time. These things are interchangeable. You can make time, you can spend time, you can invest time, you can waste time. You need one to get the other. You gotta have time to make money, then you gotta make money so you can have time. It's sad. They're the only two things stopping you from doing anything. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. That's why I never carry a wallet or a watch. You know? I'm a free man. I was the judge at a pie eating contest, well, a pie cooking contest once when I was 12. It was me, Stephanie Pelletier from WABI TV5, and a couple other nobodies. Now, I didn't have much of a reputation in the local food game, but the lady at the store literally saw me and was like, yeah, I bet that kid knows his pie. So I got to be a judge. And they give each judge a slice of the pie, and there are about 8 entries, so everyone just took like a bite. Well, I ate every bite of every slice. At that point, I'm like on cloud 9. And then we get a gift bag. And then I'm really happy. And I get home and I open my gift and it's like a book with a big flower on it. Understanding Menopause. So I read a couple pages and I didn't understand it. I got that, some chapstick, some wrinkle cream, and an earwax candle. I wasn't smart enough at the time to realize that was going to Stephanie. And now I realize it's kind of a rude gift. I mean, what does that gift say? Thanks for eating a bunch of pie today, Stephanie. I'm assuming you're going through menopause and you don't understand it. You've got pretty bad chapped lips and quite a few wrinkles to take care of. And I bet your ears are just packed with wax. But you know what they say, it's the thought that counts. Thank you, guys.
God damn it, you are a funny man, but you look like you escaped a summer camp. Holy shit. All right.